Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. You're watching the show with me, Jay. Unfortunately, the Tiger girls are on holiday, but the show must go on, so here I am. Also, joining me today is the voice of God. Hello.
Hello.
There she
Was
is.
waiting. Yeah.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, this entire week it's going to be Jay and the voice of God, so please bear with me. We're going to go through some of the headlines from across Thailand today. After every story, we're going to take a couple of the live comments and perhaps discuss them before we move on to the next story. So let's get on with it. Today, I'm going to do something special. I'm going to do a quick quiz for the live viewers. The question for today is, what is Thailand's favorite luxury car? Of all the cars that you might have seen here in Thailand, which brand do you think that if when Thai people have money, they will buy this brand? Answers revealed near the end of the show. All right. Let's look at some of the top headlines, starting with China gives the green light to Chinese tour groups. Because why wouldn't they? China has finally lifted its restrictions on group tours traveling to Thailand and 19 other countries. The reopening of the tour groups officially started yesterday, over the weekend, marking a significant step towards normalizing international travel for Chinese tourists. The Ministry of Culture and Tourism in China made the announcement, and this move will officially allow tour agencies and online travel companies to begin booking large group tours. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, large Chinese tour groups were ubiquitous in Thailand and many other countries, especially in places like Pattaya, Phuket, Chiang Mai, because who doesn't like a good old tour? And although it did annoy locals and people were complaining that a lot of people were flooding their cities. Once the pandemic happened and they disappeared, so did the business. And now that China's opened, I think a lot of businesses around Thailand are welcoming back Chinese tourists and the group tours. Now, China has for years been the top country in terms of sheer number of tourists traveling to Thailand. The country accounted for around 30% of the overall tourists visiting the Kingdom of Thailand. The travel industry in Thailand is expected to welcome this news with open arms, as it would bring a much needed boost to their economy. However, some residents have already expressed concerns about the return of the throngs of tourists, complaining about the potential traffic problems. Now, traffic in general, is a problem. However, if you are, for example, I think in general local, and you want to go to your favorite store, but you can't because it's full of tourists, I guess it can be slightly annoying. So I'm going to ask now, Carmel, if you do have any members' comments regarding, I would like to ask the members, what do you feel about the tour groups coming back? Do you care? Do you not care? Is it, not bothered? Because, yeah. China has already dropped individual international travel restrictions earlier this month, and it had not yet given the green light to tour operators, but hey, now they're finally on. I wonder. I wonder if they're all going to start immediately just rushing in. I doubt it, because that's not how things happen. Now, in addition to Thailand, the approved countries to the tour group and flight plus hotel services from Chinese travel companies are, wow, I just looked at the list. There's about 20. But I'll go Argentina, Cambodia, Cuba, Egypt, Fiji, Hungary. If you'd like the full list of the countries, you can actually visit thetiger.com. Kamal, any questions?
No, but we do have comments from your question about how people feel about the group tours
Okay.
returning.
Mm-hmm.
Only one person responded.
Okay.
Mojo82 said F plus 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 the tour groups and buses.
Mojo
So
82, Tiger Elite.
yeah, so I guess that's a
He's not happy about
yeah,
it.
he's not happy about it.
Yeah, I get it. Personally, I don't care. Like, if a lot of Chinese tourists are coming here or tour companies are coming here, I think great for the businesses and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
It's slightly annoying sometimes because yeah, you can't go to your favorite restaurants at at any given time. Perhaps you need to book it, which might be an inconvenience, especially if you feel like it's your restaurant and there's normally seats there all the time. How about you, Kamal?
I mean, for me, I have no problem with it actually.
Okay.
Like I remember having a problem with it before, but when the pandemic hit and things started to feel so empty, I just realized how important it was that these group tours were here in Thailand. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was kind of it was kind of satisfying to see them back, but then a lot of places are very packed now.
All right. Let's look at some of the other headlines. Now, the maiden flight from Flydubai direct from to Pattaya has finally arrived. Wow, what a title. Let me start that again. The maiden direct flight from Dubai to Pattaya by Flydubai touched down at Utapao Airport in Chonburi province on Friday night, carrying 158 passengers. So, good to hear this direct flight from Dubai to Pattaya in case you live in the UAE or are flying via Emirates. Fly Dubai is, I believe, the sister airline of Emirates. The low cost, it's not low cost, but the more budgeted airline. And Utapao Airport, although not technically in Pattaya, is a closer destination than Suvarnabhumi Airport. So good for people flying from Dubai. You can now fly to Pattaya directly. The passengers, including 6 bloggers, were greeted by Utapao Airport Director and the Vice Mayor of Pattaya City because it's a big moment, apparently. And according to the TAT, Fly Dubai will operate 7 direct flights per week between Dubai and Utapao. Last year, 66,000 tourists from the UAE visited Thailand, making them the 20th largest group of foreign visitors. The TAT anticipates that about 150,000 tourists from the UAE will visit Thailand this year, which is expected to generate 14 billion baht in revenue, averaging about 90,000 baht per visitor. So clearly, the TAT and the government thinks that there's a market for people traveling from the UAE to Thailand, and therefore they've got a direct flight now. I don't know how comfortable that Fly Dubai flight is, but it's fine. It's like flying an Air Asia for 7 hours, which is okay. But would you want to if you could? All right. I have got a couple more stories. Let me start off with a serious one. All right, Carmel, here we go.
Yeah.
This one is taking aim at violent sex offenders. Now, a new law is set to take effect today that aims to prevent people convicted of sexual and violent crimes from re-offending. It should help reduce those crimes as long as there are enough officials to enforce it. Now, the act aimed at curbing this among people convicted of sexual and violent crimes intensifies surveillance measures. So basically, once the sex offenders are being released from prison, they may be ordered to wear electronic monitoring ankle bracelets for up to 10 years. However, in practical terms, the correction department may suffer a lack of manpower because they have to monitor and keep tabs on all these offenders. For example, this year there's going to be 1,500 people who are expected to be released from jail for these crimes. So does the corrections department actually have the manpower to keep tabs on them? Not quite sure. However, they're finding a solution for this, and then once the law passes, it'll be required that all sex offenders convicted of sexual and violent crimes will be required to wear electronic monitoring ankle. What do you think about this, viewers? Is that fair? Is that a good move? Carmel, any thoughts?
I think it's a good move. That's all I have to say.
I see.
I'm sorry. I'm like trying to focus on you and the comments as well.
I see. Thank you, Carmel.
Yeah.
All right. The bill actually targets the bill that's going to be most probably trying to get passed. Targets 3 groups of people: those convicted of sexual violences, violent crimes, and unlawful detention or kidnap for ransom. Okay. Fair enough. And after they are discharged from jail, a ministry-appointed committee will consider if any of these ex-convicts should wear the EM ankle bracelets. The law says authorities can ask them to wear the EM bracelets for up to 10 years. So there will be a review. It's not that 100% of people who have committed these crimes will wear the EM bracelet, but they'll have a review, and if they deem this person to possibly re-offend, then they will put an ankle bracelet on them. However, if you feel like they're possibly going to re-offend and require an EM bracelet, I don't know why they would let them out of jail. So, strange situation there. However, we'll have to see how that plays out. Any questions?
Sick Puppy has a review to that
Okay.
bill. He
Yeah.
just said lock them up.
Lock them up.
Keep
All
them
right.
locked up, I guess. Yeah.
All right. Well, like parole, after being discharged from jail, the former convicts must present themselves to officials as scheduled and attend rehab or voluntary activities as ordered. Also, they must inform correction officers if they change jobs as well.
I see.
So yeah, those are some of the headlines around Thailand. I'm going to take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we're actually going to talk about a sex workers bill that will protect Thailand's most exploited people, as well as hungry for Japanese food. Find out more after the break.
And join the fun at Carnival Magic, the world's first Thai carnival theme park. Don't miss the opportunity to experience the enchantment of the magical wonders at the one, the only Carnival Magic Phuket.
Welcome back. You're watching Good Morning Thailand. This show is brought to you by Carnival Magic, which is in Kamala, Phuket. So if you do travel to Phuket and you've got a couple of free hours, well, look no further than Carnival Magic because, it's a festival of lights in itself, and you will not be disappointed. We made a video about it, so you can check it out before you go to the place. All right. I'd like to give a shout out to Tom Photo Benzman, who rejoined us as a Thaiger member. So thank you very much, Tom, for your continued support.
Nice.
And let's now move on with our headlines, shall we?
Yes.
Once again, today's a special day, as in I've decided to do a quiz. So I'm asking all the members watching right now one question, which is, what do you think Thailand's favorite luxury car is? When Thai people have money, what is the luxury car brand that they choose to purchase? Answers revealed later. Kamel's keeping a tab of the answers.
Yes.
Allegedly.
I am.
And let's move on. We have a sex workers bill coming up that will protect Thailand's most exploited people. Many thousands of Thais, mostly women, work their whole lives in the sex industry without legal protection. With nothing to shield them, they're exploited both directly and indirectly, and the sex workers bill sets out to remedy some of that. Now, operators use harsh methods to control their workers and ensure the money keeps rolling in. Owners of venues must pay huge fees to officials under the table, and prostitution, almost unbelievably, remains illegal in Thailand. Yeah, technically, prostitution on paper is illegal in Thailand. Hilarious. But truth, unfortunately. But girly bar owners fine sex workers if they fail to show up at work and rip them off for the commission they're supposed to make on drinks bought for them by customers. So there are many different ways of how the sex workers work in their environment. Some of them are straightforward go-go bars where they're dancing on poles. Some of them are where you just go pick and choose. Some of them are where they go and sit with customers and they ask customers to buy them drinks. And yeah, there are different ways how these bar owners can exploit the women to earn as much money as possible. Now, as a result, sex workers are vulnerable to disease and on-the-job injuries. And if the bill is passed, prostitution will become legal. So it is important to remember that this is not a bill about tourism. The side of the sex trade that foreigners experience will still be moderated by the bill, but the situation of sex workers in tourist hotspots, a small, though very visible, a minority of all Thai sex workers, is very different from all that of the majority. Thai women and Thai transsexuals providing services for Thai men. So, what is the sex workers bill? The bill is being pushed by the Department of Women's Affairs and Family Development in a bid to undo the 96 Prostitution Suppression Act and provide protection for sex workers as well as improve their quality of life. The drafting process included all involved parties to take into account similar laws in countries where sex work is legal, and so far there are at least 15 such countries where sex work is illegal, including the Netherlands and Germany. Once the bill becomes law, sex workers will be entitled to the same welfare benefits that any white-collar worker currently enjoys. This was a big problem, especially during the pandemic, and the Thaiger did a exclusive interview and videos with sex workers in the Pantip area. Not Pantip. What's that area called?
I forgot.
Patpong. Apologies.
Yeah.
Yes, Patpong Museum. And yeah, they were talking about how sex workers don't even have welfare benefits. So during the pandemic, when most Thai people who had jobs or who lost their jobs could ask for welfare benefits, sex workers had no rights. Now, the bill stipulates that all sex workers and clients must be at least 18 years of age, and it gives sex workers the right to refuse to provide services at any time. And the bill defines sex venue operators as intermediaries who coordinate or procure sexual services for customers with or without benefiting from a share of earnings. And the legalization requires these operators to seek a license in a bid to ensure proper protection for sex workers. The bill also establishes of agencies that provide protection and ensure sex workers have access to legal recourse. Wow. Quite a lot there. Kamal, thoughts?
None.
Sex
so
work is
far.
real work.
Yes, it is. And there was
And-
a comment that
Yeah.
from Mandalek Esrao, and he said that sex workers need to be protected.
Oh, absolutely. And like
Yes.
I think we need to stop pretending like prostitution is illegal in Thailand. I mean, that's just like a joke of a statement, but I mean, you know, legalizing this in a way where, again, yeah, it's not for tourism. It's so that these sex workers are treated like people who have jobs
Yeah.
and have rights, you know, and yeah, and who've already chosen to do this. So yeah, they need to be protected by the government rather than the government pretending like it doesn't exist. Now, penalties and punishments. The sex workers bill clamps down on child abuse and the trafficking of minors, punishing anyone who pays for sex with a minor aged over 15 with a jail term of up to 3 years, plus a fine of up to 60,000 baht, which is $2,000. This penalty will be applicable even if the minor is consenting. Those who pay for sex with a minor below the age of 15 face 6 years in prison and a fine of up to 120,000 baht. If a parent or guardian is aware of or an accomplice to such a transaction with their child, they face up to 20 years in jail and a maximum fine of 400,000 baht. That's right.
Wow.
So I do hope that once this bill gets passed, these penalties and punishments are enforced.
Yeah.
That is yet to be seen, because that's what really matters, the enforcement of the law, not making the law itself. We have a lot of laws in Thailand.
But they're
Yeah.
not properly
Yeah,
enforced.
you'd be shocked how many laws we have here that are not enforced. But yeah. On that note, let's move on to our last story. Kamal, I almost called you Nettie. Kamal, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What do you think is one of the most popular foods in Thailand to eat that is not Thai food? So apart from Thai food, what do you think Thai people, locals here, like to eat?
Japanese food.
That is correct.
Yay.
Well done, Kamal. Because yes, the number of Japanese eateries in Thailand rose by more than 20% last year, and they're poised to continue dominating the restaurant market, outpacing foreigners and tourists coming to the country. According to the latest market survey by Japan's external trade organization, the number of Japanese restaurants in Thailand increased by 21.9%, or 955 from the year before, to 5,325. Did you know that there are 5,325 Japanese restaurants in Thailand?
I'm glad that there are. The food's really good.
Oh, yeah, I'm not complaining. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, sure. We actually recently visited a Japanese restaurant with one Jason Clark and one Vishai, Rajamangla Stadium. And we went to... because Asok has a lot of Japanese restaurants.
Yeah.
And Asok Nana has a very big Japanese expat community. So we went to this restaurant. They have like the wildest beers. So they had like, and they have different sizes. They had like a pint, not a pint, but like a beer glass that was this big. No jokes, it was this big.
At a Japanese restaurant?
Yeah, it was like a photo opportunity. It was giant. But yeah, and they had like lavender beer and mango
so many
beer.
flavored-
Yeah, passion fruit beer. And like a host of other, and like, you know, all the different sake and whiskey and highball and whatnot. Yeah, the Japanese love to drink. But yeah, it's been remarkably growing and continuing to grow. Do you like your Japanese restaurants? What's your favorite?
Oh. Oh
And
no.
are you like a shabu or sushi person?
shabu? Oh wait.
Shabu.
Oh no, you can't ask me that. Okay, sushi, more
Okay.
of sushi.
Well, of the total, 1,431 were sushi restaurants, 1,273 were restaurants that offer a wide variety of dishes, and the remainder were ramen, suki, shabu. So not as popular as I might have thought.
Mm.
Sushi, obviously, 1,431. That's a big number.
Yeah.
Are you good with your? Are you good with the teppanyaki? You know, the one that they cook in front of you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like benihana.
But those are expensive. Like
Benihana's
when
like
they make it in
Americanized
front of you,
Japanese food.
the
Yeah,
restaurants that make it, the ones that make it right in front of you,
yeah.
those are expensive.
Not necessarily. I think like I get your point. Because it is a show and it is like kind
Yeah.
of like I get it. But there's some affordable ones I think. But yeah, it's a night out, right? You have to be
Yeah.
prepared to spend some money. I know some people are commenting on my coffee, but yes, many consumers order Japanese food via online channels as well. But especially during the pandemic. But yeah, people just love Japanese food, and after seeing a 20% rise in 2022, people just want more and more. What do you think about restaurants like Zen or Fuji?
They're pretty good. I've
They're
never
like
been to Zen,
mall
but
Japanese
but I
restaurants.
feel like Zen is really the high end
Okay.
Japanese restaurant, right?
Yeah.
But Fuji, I would go there like with my family.
I think
quite
that's a
often.
misconception. You know, Zen's actually quite affordable and almost the same price as Fuji.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
It just
gives
looks
off the vibe
it
that
gives
it's so
off it gives a
expensive.
premium vibe.
Yeah, and especially like whatever gets promoted in their banner,
okay.
they put like a big number, like 799 baht for
Yeah.
buffet.
Have you ever gone to those buffet, aka Akka?
Aka, yes,
Did you know that Akka is owned by Zen?
it it is.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're gonna open 10 to 15 new Akka restaurants this year.
Yeah, but Aka got really expensive as well. They upped their
Oh.
prices because of meat.
I see.
Mm.
Because too many Kamals are going and mooching off their free buffet line.
Hey, their buffet is really, really good.
Did you just say buffet?
Buffet.
Like Phoebe Buffet?
What it?
Did you get that reference?
Yeah, I got it, friends.
Thank God.
Nice.
There is hope. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you do have any comments, it's a special week, right? It's just me and the voice of God. So I don't know what we're going to do this week, but yeah, we're going to have kind of like a special week where anything can do. So if you do have any suggestions, let us know. But it's time for the quiz question.
Yes.
I asked at the start of this show that what is Thailand's favorite luxury car? When Thai people have money, what car do they like buying? What are some of the answers, Carmel?
Okay, JC Studio said BMW.
Oh, JC Studio, okay.
David Villacorda said BMW.
Okay.
Sick Puppy, I think he made a joke for this, but he said Ford. Even though Ford.
That's a good shout.
But it's not
That
a
is
luxury car, no?
Yeah, technically it's not a luxury car. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But he might be right in terms of the volume.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a luxury car, but good try, Sick.
But
I'll give you another chance. Give us a quick
yeah.
answer.
No,
okay.
he said Ford, haha, but I heard it's
Yeah.
BMW. That was
Okay.
his answer. So Bastiche Old Man agreed with Sick Puppy about Ford.
Okay.
Rit said BMW and Benz.
Okay.
Mojo 82 said Mercedes.
Okay.
And then 66 Jewel Boy said BMW. I think Thais love Beamers.
Okay. Well,
So-
everyone loves Beamers in general, I think. But yeah, Thailand is a kind of obsessed with Beamers.
And there's one more. Mandalik said Mercedes.
Okay, here we
So-
go. Photo. I know Tom Photo Benzman also picks Mercedes. Probably. I'm hoping. It's time to reveal the answers. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's between BMW and Mercedes.
But which one's the actual favorite?
Favorite
Yeah.
is. Thank you for my drum roll. It's BMW, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody just gets BMW. They just knew it. BMW is Thailand's favorite car. For luxury car. Yeah. It's
luxury.
the best-selling vehicle when Thais have a little money to spend. And the company saw growth across its range from last year, including their motorbikes. Did you know?
I was only thinking about cars. I didn't know about motorbikes.
BMW and Mini have led Thailand's premium market for the past 3 years in a row, and both have seen an increase in their market share, rising to 47% in the premium market. Wow, they own 47 of the premium market? 47%? That is nuts. Yeah. BMW Motorrad S. I'm not going to lie, the BMW bike looks so baller.
Do you have a BMW?
No.
Oh no.
Not that in my dreams. Yes, I have one. I have one.
No, but between like you said it, the top luxury car that is purchased here in Thailand, it's between BMW and Mercedes. If you
Yeah.
had to pick one, which one would you?
I've had the
for?
pleasure to drive both of them.
Mm.
I always thought Mercedes just has better PR, doesn't it? It just looks cool.
Mm.
Just looks like ooh suave. It's like the sleek person in town. Like they come to the party and you're like, ooh, nice suit, bro. And you're like, yeah, that's right. Like the good things in life.
So
Whereas BMW is just like, it's just BMW, you know. It's just like, yeah, we know who
There's
we
no other
are.
words
We are
for that.
German Auto. We are the best. It's all about efficiency and driving excellence, and I get it, and it's cool.
Mm.
But yeah, I always liked Mercedes. I always thought it was cool. I always thought it was sexy. And then I drove a BMW. I enjoyed driving the BMW a lot more.
Smoother.
Yeah, smoother. The newer ones, especially that are like a little hybrid, they have a little electric in them, and when you take off, it's like 0 to 100 in like 0 to 60 or 0 to 100 in like 4.1 seconds. Yeah, you get that feel. Pretty cool. So now I have been switched to a BMW. I would pick a BMW. It is, but it's just that when you drive a BMW, you get that reputation of a BMW driver, right?
It's like a
Yeah,
statement.
and I was that I've always been that person like, ugh, this is that BMW driver. They don't give a
But
shit.
now you want to
Yeah.
be the.
They're all assholes. They're all secret assholes.
But would you really drive your BMW out in Bangkok?
No.
Yeah, like I do notice that people with luxury cars, like you don't want to damage your car,
Yeah,
so
they
they
would
kind of
be-
want to slow down, like so let you
That's
to
what I've
overtake
noticed.
them.
Like here, I walk to work and stuff, right? I mean, sorry, take a motorbike taxi or walk places. So I don't even have a car in Bangkok.
Mm.
So people that are driving here, especially the Mercedes and BMW drivers, I think they're quite polite because most of the
Very.
cars, they're like, the BMW or Mercedes driver is more afraid of getting hit than hitting someone.
Yeah.
So it's so they're just like, okay, fine, I'll let you go as long as you don't
Yeah.
touch me. And then they're quite polite, believe it or not.
And
But I guess in other countries they're not. Quick question to the viewers: who are worse, BMW drivers or Mercedes drivers? I think Mercedes drivers.
there's a difference.
Yes. What do you think about Rolls-Royce?
I'm not a car person, so I wouldn't
Okay.
know.
But did you know that BMW maintained its number one position in the premium market with 2.5 million BMW sold? 2.5 million BMW Minis and Rolls-Royce delivered worldwide, not just in Thailand. I was like, whoa, we were going through a pandemic. How did these people have so much money? But yeah, BMW also saw strong growth in electrified vehicles. The group has more than doubled its EV sales. So good for BMW, I guess, and good for people who can afford it. Anybody want to get me a BMW?
The next gift that you'll get now
Yeah,
from a
I hope
member,
so.
imagine.
I hope so.
So there are two answers to your question a while ago.
Yeah.
Steven said Volvo drivers are worse, and Sick Puppy said BMW drivers suck.
Volvo? Where did Volvo come
I don't
from?
know. I think Steven thought there were worse drivers than Mercedes-Benz and BMW.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Volvo. Did you know Volvo is the world's safest car?
It is.
Yeah. It's very
know.
strongly built, and it has the least like in crashes. It's based on a metric that I can't remember right now, but there are statistics proving that it is the world's safest car and has been for quite a few many years. Maybe not last year, but yeah. The structure of the car, like when you get into an accident, it's so strong that it has the least amount of fatalities. Yeah.
Good to know. Okay.
Wait, someone asked me. Who asked me if I was an Arsenal fan? How dare... Was that Bastiche, old man?
Bastiche, old man.
How dare you, Bastiche, old man? I am a Chelsea fan, and yes, I'm miserable. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Those were some of the headlines today. Let's be honest, it was a quiet weekend. Nothing major happened, and that's okay. A lot of people sometimes... ask me to talk about news that's 3 or 4 days old that might be very important, but it's already been updated. So this is a daily show. Just gave you some of the headlines that were popular today. And also, please note that you might be watching it at a different time and there might have been a bigger headline later on. But I will be doing TNT as well today because it's a week of J,
Nice.
unfortunately. The girls have left me. They're on holiday or they're away, and it's just me and the voice of God now. So we'll keep the show rolling. That's what I'll do. And I ask you to bear with me. Until then, I will see you live once again tomorrow morning. We hope you join me. We'll try to have a fun week. We'll try to get some questions in. We'll try to get some quizzes going. You can suggest us in the comments below what kind of quizzes you might be interested in or what you would like to see this week. And we'll try to make it happen. Until then, see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.
Bye.